Welcome back to Dixon's Biblical Stories. Today, we're diving into a book that might seem complex or even intimidating, Leviticus. But Leviticus is a crucial part of the Bible, filled with profound lessons about holiness, sacrifice, and our relationship with God. Let's break down some of these themes together and discover why Leviticus is essential for every believer. First, let's talk about holiness. Holiness is one of the central themes of Leviticus, and it reminds us that God is entirely set apart, pure, and righteous. But what does it mean to be holy, and why does it matter to us? God calls his people to be holy, for I am holy. He's inviting us to live differently from the world around us, to reflect his character. Take a moment to reflect. What are some ways you feel called to be holy in your daily life? Feel free to share in the comments. The concept of sacrifice is another core element of Leviticus. We read about burnt offerings, sin offerings, and peace offerings, each representing a different way of drawing closer to God. Sacrifices weren't simply rituals. They were expressions of worship, gratitude, and a means of seeking forgiveness. Imagine yourself in ancient times, bringing a sacrificial animal to the altar. It was a humbling, powerful reminder of our need for reconciliation with God. And though the idea of animal sacrifices can seem foreign today, it points us to a greater truth. These sacrifices foreshadowed the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus, who fulfilled every requirement of the law and offered himself as the final perfect offering for our sins. Knowing this connection, how does understanding the sacrificial system deepen your appreciation for Jesus' sacrifice? Let us know your thoughts below. Leviticus also outlines laws on purity and cleanliness. In chapters 11 to 15, God provides instructions on how his people can remain clean physically, morally, and spiritually. These aren't just random rules. They show that holiness impacts every part of life, including what we eat, how we treat others, and how we approach God in worship. How can we apply this idea of holistic holiness in our own lives today? Consider sharing a way you aim to honor God in daily actions, no matter how small. One of the most beautiful parts of Leviticus is the command for the year of Jubilee, found in chapter 25. Every 50 years, debts were forgiven, land was restored, and those in bondage were freed. This was a time of radical renewal and restoration, a taste of God's ultimate plan for freedom and peace for all creation. Imagine if today we experienced a spiritual jubilee in our lives. What debts, worries, or burdens would you lay down if you could experience such a release? Let's talk about it in the comments. So, what can we take away from Leviticus today? It's easy to look at the detailed laws and rituals and feel disconnected. But remember, these rules reveal God's heart for his people and his desire for us to live in close relationship with him. Leviticus reminds us that faith isn't just about belief. It's about living in a way that honors God's holiness. Through Jesus, we don't have to follow the old sacrificial system, but the call to be set apart, to live holy lives, remains. Thank you for watching Dixon's Biblical Stories. If you're interested in learning more about the Bible's deeper messages, subscribe and join our community as we grow together. Let's continue to study, reflect, and live out the lessons God has for us. I want to do a giveaway after I hit 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button